$50 clients are harder to sell than $5,000 clients. I've sold over 7 figures worth of information and knowledge on the internet at this point, and I had to learn this the expensive way. I spent so much time trying to sell a cheap product when all I had to do was sell something more expensive, and I ended up quitting my job in 5 months. So I'm about to save you so much time if you have an online coaching business. It sounds backwards, but it's just basic human psychology. The first reason is because of the mindset and the decision-making framework they use. We're talking about 2 completely different clients, people who pay little for things and people who pay premium for things. The low tier is always looking for discounts, savings, and they're scared of cost. Those are the most important things to them. Premium clients care more about what they get in return when they buy something from you. If they believe that what you're giving them is worth way more than the money they give you in return, they're going to do it each and every single time. A low tier client could see the value is greater than what they have to pay you, but they're still going to be scared of the cost and having to pay it to you. So even if they think something is worth more, the cost is what drives their decision, which means that they are short-sighted and they can't see long-term. Bringing somebody on like that as a client just makes it harder to deal with at each and every stage because you have to convince them to do small tasks. Here's an example. If I said I'd sell you a car for $20,000, what would you say? Low tier automatically says, I don't have $20,000. I'm gonna pass. But if somebody had a higher mindset, the next question out of their mouth would be, what kind of car is it? It sounds blatantly obvious, but I promise you, the low tier, they don't even think about asking that question. They just say no automatically to the price tag. Unfortunately for them though, what if I said it was a Lamborghini, a $300,000 car? A high level thinker would be like, well, $20,000 versus $300,000. Even if I don't have 20K in my bank account right now, I would take out a loan, I'd borrow money, I'd do whatever I could. I'd become resourceful to get that 20K because I knew I could flip it for $300 and make $280,000. So a cheap mentality isn't saving $20,000. In that scenario, they just lost $280,000. But they're still gonna let the price be the deciding factor, which is why they're always going to be stuck in that situation, which is why they're complicated to deal with. Do you want to work with people who see the potential or work with people who are blinded by obstacles? And you can't relate to both of these 2 markets at the same time. You have to speak to them in different languages. So you have to choose, do you speak to the low tier or the premium tier? When I say Walmart, what's the first thing you think about? Discounts, price slashes, savings. That's their whole marketing game plan. That's what their whole business is built around. We are cheaper than the competition. So it's cheap, cheap, cheap discount savings. That means the type of people that walk into Walmart, they're not there looking for the highest quality thing. They're looking for how can I get something comparable for the cheapest price, and it could be worse. They save a few dollars here and there, but guess what? They still end up being the most headache clients. Have you ever seen a Walmart return line that just goes out the door? They go in buying something, hoping for the cheapest, then they take it home and realize it's not the best, and then they get dissatisfied because it's not the best, and they go and return it. So their expectations are always super high, but they're only willing to put this much into the game. If I said Gucci, what do you think about? Expensive, probably unnecessary, but you could sell a Gucci shirt and a Walmart t-shirt, and they're both t-shirts. It's not like one t-shirt is 5 times the size or it's made of 5 times as good material. It just says Gucci on it. It's because Gucci elevates their status as a human being, how other people perceive them, and how they feel about themselves. People who buy premium things care less about what it costs. They care more about what they get in return and how it makes them feel. They are just an easier bunch to sell to. Whereas when you sell to a low tier, the only thing that will convince them is the cost. Doesn't matter how good your product is, they still want a cheap cost and then expect really good product. The second thing is that a premium client really understands how important time truly is. They are willing to sell their money to save their time. Low mentality is willing to sell their time to save their money, which means they are going to expect the exact same from you. They're gonna want all of your time, even though they're not paying you very much, and they're gonna expect so much from you and to give you all their time because they don't value their own time where they would trade it for a little bit of money. Why would they value your time? So they're gonna expect you to give them a bunch of your time for a little bit of money. And that just creates a headache and just makes it harder for you because you end up having to give up all your time and you only have 24 hours every day. If you speak to some of the wealthiest, most successful people, the one thing they're always constantly trying to buy back is their time. That's the one thing they truly value because it's true that you cannot replace it. Do you have 25 hours a day? Nope. Everybody's only got 24. Have you ever found 10 minutes on the ground walking outside? Nope. Have you ever found $10? It's possible. Your time is irreplaceable. Premium clients understand that, so they respect your time and they expect less of it because they wouldn't want people to expect a ton of their time. A low tier mindset doesn't respect time and they